1985, and I went to my first. I visited my family in Haifa. My grandparents were very happy to see me. They were all ready to fix me up with some men they wanted to introduce me to. And I said, no way. I am going to the kibbutz where all my friends are. We are a group. In Hebrew it's called a garin. I'm going there. And they said, you know, if you go to a kibbutz, they're going to take all your stuff away. And that was also nonsense. That was what you call misinformation of people in the cities about kibbutz. Maybe there were kibbutzim that did that, not the one I went to. I had all my belongings. I had a wonderful life there. And eventually a young man I had met in New Jersey came also. And we picked up our friendship and we got married on the kibbutz. So we had a kibbutz wedding, which is something very special. Of course, I didn't have a wedding dress, but one woman had come after getting married with her husband, and she had the dress in her suitcase. This dress, a whole year, every month there was a different bride that used the same dress. It got tucked in and tucked out. Hem went up and hem went down. You'll hear this kind of story from people.
Do you have a picture here?
No, don't have a picture. I have it somewhere. But I was wearing a proper dress. My husband was not wearing a proper suit because it was kibbutz. He had an open-necked white shirt. That was okay. We had a kibbutz wedding. My grandfather was the brother, was still alive, and we had a lovely kibbutz wedding. And after a few months, my new husband decided he really would like to learn more. He wasn't so happy in the kibbutz apparently, but he told me he wants to study for another degree. And I accepted his wishes, so we left the kibbutz. We went back to the States. Our plan was to be in the States 2 years and come back to Israel. But plans are plans, and reality is something else. Coming back to Israel meant you had to have some money. He did not want to go back to the kibbutz. You want to go and live in a city, you have to have some money to start life off. It took us 14 years to get organized. In the meantime, our 3 children were born, all American. And in 1973, we were getting ready to come, and war broke out in Israel, but this didn't stop us. We had our plans. And usually the wars in Israel are very short, so we figured by the time we get there, it'll be all over. My husband went to visit the Israeli officers, and somebody who was in charge of us saw him there and said, what are you doing here? He says, well, we're going to Israel. He said, are you crazy? He said, no, we're not crazy, we're going to Israel. And we packed ourselves up. We spent a few days by my sister-in-law and brother-in-law because our apartment had already been empty. And off we went on an airplane with the 3 kids. Hanukkah, that means December 1973. The war was quite finished, but I had an apartment waiting for me because my mother and my sister, who were already in Haifa, had gotten it ready for me. And the first time we went shopping, I had to buy everything because it was not, my mother put traditionally, for new people moving into a place, I don't know if it's a tradition among everybody, but they put bread and salt. It's supposed to be for good luck. You don't leave a house with nothing in it. New tenants, new people. We bought the apartment. But I had to buy groceries. I had nothing. So my brother-in-law very kindly, he had a car, he took me to the super, and we're coming out and unloading while I shopped, and some strange lady takes a look and she thinks we're hoarding. She says, you're not allowed to hoard, what are you doing? I couldn't explain to her that I'm a new immigrant. Nobody believed that anybody came in the middle of a war, but we did. We came in the middle of a war because we wanted to come.
Wow.